I'm Trina and today I'm doing something new, but it sounds super cool, so you should check it out too. It is Segue Magic Saturdays, which is hosted by the blog Snark Squad. If you're already doing the weekly topics like Tuesday Talks and Top 5 Wednesday, this is very similar to that, so you would probably like it too. But these topics are open to not only books and book characters that fit, but also TV, movies. If you want to check it out, I'll have a link in the description box to their GOODREADS group. Now this week's topic is your favorite fictional siblings because Siblings Day was last Friday and I'm actually going to put my own spin on this, which may cause me to get kicked out of the group even though this is my first time doing it. But I am an only child. I don't have any siblings. I don't even have any step siblings, and I feel like I see a lot of sisters and brothers portrayed in pop culture, and that's not a bad thing. I know that the majority of people do have siblings. How many times have you read a YA book with a heroine who was talking about how she's always in her older sister's shadow because the older sister or brother just can do no wrong? They have all the great grades and talents and boys and whatever. And when you think of classic TV, maybe like Full House, The Brady Bunch, Seventh Heaven, all of those are multiple child households as well. But anyway, enough of my rambling. I did want to put my own spin on this week's topic. Instead of focusing on favorite siblings, I want to point out some really amazing fictional characters who do happen to be only children. I have a list of 10 here and I'm going to be starting with books. Going to one of my all-time favorites, we have from The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Both Bilbo and Frodo were only children. In The Hobbit, Bilbo is very much a solitary figure, but he still breaks out of his shell and has amazing adventures and makes incredible lifelong friends. His nephew Frodo is an only child, but Frodo's life was also anything but lonely. He made incredible friends, other hobbits, men, dwarves, elves, people that were totally different from him, and he traveled the entire Middle Earth, the whole world, and he saved the world, and he did it with the help of his friends. He definitely could not have done that alone, but he's still an amazing only child character. And from the amazing Harry Potter series, Harry Potter himself was an only child. Harry had a horribly lonely, solitary childhood. His aunt and uncle are terrible, awful human beings. Harry really rose above it, came into his own. Again, he is another only child figure that basically saved the world. And one of the people helping him was the incredible Hermione Granger, also an only child. Not only was she an only child, but Hermione had to go to a new school totally by herself. She was so different than most of the people there because she was Muggle-born. She owned it and she slayed. One of my childhood favorite characters that also happens to be an only child is Nancy Drew. It's been a really long time since I've read those books, so I don't have a lot to say about her other than it's Nancy Drew. She's awesome. She was one of the original girl power figures. Moving on to TV characters, I grew up watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That show, I loved it. I loved it. Man. And Sabrina was another only child. She lives with her two aunts, which was a really cool, different family dynamic. She was just a really fun, spunky character trying to figure things out as she went. She's awesome, had to mention her. Another awesome TV character is Rory Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. Rory is just a classic, awesome girl figure. I did have some problems with some of Rory's decisions, but she is still an amazing character, and that show, I love it. But not just Rory, her mom Lorelai was also an only child. Then I have a handful of characters that are extremely well known, and they kind of encompass books and comics, TV shows, and movies. SpiderMan, Peter Parker. I liked the dynamic of Peter Parker's family life where he had lost his parents and he lived with his aunt and uncle and then lost his uncle, but the relationship that he has with his Aunt May always really resonated with me. Then Bruce Wayne as Batman. This is another character with a terribly tragic past that totally rose out of the ashes and reinvented himself, and he's Batman. I mean, who doesn't like Batman? And last, Superman himself, specifically Clark Kent, and this is my preferred version. Throughout any version of Superman that there ever is or will be, my favorite aspect to Superman's story is definitely Clark Kent's parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent. I don't care which adaptation you're looking at, Martha and Jonathan Kent are amazing parents, and the support that they gave to Clark was just always just so touching to me. So that's my list of favorite fictional characters who are only lonelies, but not lonely at all. If you have any favorite characters who are only children, please let me know down below, because I actually had kind of a difficult time coming up with this list. Also, let me know your favorite sibling relationships in books, TV, or movies, because that is kind of the original topic. And don't forget to check out the blog and the Goodreads group down below. Hope you enjoyed my spin on things. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the comments. Bye!